I believe my leadership philosophy actually is very simple. I view it through a metaphor of a three-legged stool. The first leg is that as a leader, you must accomplish the mission, whatever that happens to be. Just plain and simple, you have to accomplish the mission in the Air Force. The second leg of the stool is you also have to take care of your people as well. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that you give them everything that they want. It means that you give them everything that they need to develop, to grow, and that also extends to their families as well. And I would add to the second leg of the stool is that the leader, in taking care of his or her people, is also responsible and takes responsibility for the morale of the team and the chaplain corps family that is assigned to his or her as the leader. The third leg of the stool is that the leader needs to take care of him or herself as well. And I've seen actually in my career many leaders do 1 and 2 very well, but not 3 very well, where they're taking care of themselves, like accomplishing the schooling that they need to accomplish so that they can continue to grow in the chaplain corps and increase their leadership or be ready for the next leadership assignment that is there. Or maybe it is mental, that they take care of themselves mentally, because as a leader, there's incredible stress that is placed upon us with the mission, with leading people, where the world is today, some of the things that we talked about just a few moments ago, stress. And so taking care of yourself mentally, taking care of yourself socially, that you're not cut off from those that would pour into you, that you would seek out those relationships that can bolster you, be there in times of need, mentors that you can bounce things off of, and then obviously, as I mentioned before, spiritually, the leader must remain spiritually vibrant and developing. I've tried to be a lifelong learner, a lifelong developer. I continue to read, vociferously read, to develop as a leader, as a chaplain. And I think those things are critically important. And then physically, you need to keep up with working out, because that has been proven to reduce stress, but more than that, just for your general health. And that day that you move beyond the Air Force, that you're not totally used up. So all of those things, the third leg, the leader needs to take care of him or herself. The difficulty with that is all 3 of those legs have to be accomplished simultaneously. You have to perform the mission, you have to take care of the people, as I described, and you have to take care of yourself all at the same time. If any one of those doesn't occur, it's like a 3-legged stool. The stool will not be able to stand. But I'll share as well, as far as leadership philosophy, probably the best people to answer that question are those that have served along with me over my career. So I encourage you to ask them, how does Chaplain Kelley lead? And then describing my leadership, I would describe it in terms of highly collaborative, intensely mission-driven, leadership empowering. I like to take people where they are and the time that they spend with me. I want them at the end of that time to be better leaders, better chaplain corps members, whether it be a chaplain or religious affairs airman, and not only that, a better human being at the end of that. And so I like to challenge people along the way. I like to delegate leadership to folks, because that's how you learn how to be a leader, is by making decisions, taking responsibility for things, supporting them along the way. And so I would cap it off with, I try as much as I can, as hard as I can, I hope I do, being a servant leader. Where, and of course the question could be asked, well, how do you know if you're a servant leader? I view it this way. When I'm making decisions, is it my will or the will of the institution first? When I make decisions, is it for the betterment of the enterprise, the chaplain corps as a whole, or is it for David Kelley? And if I can't emphatically and clearly know that it's for the Air Force and the Chaplain Corps, then I'll revisit something, because I serve the Chaplain Corps and the Air Force, and that means our people, our religious affairs airmen and our chaplains and their families along the way. And so if my leadership were described like that by those that served with me, I would be very happy.